for it. All right. So everybody open your VS Code. Open. Guys, please respond. As I'm sharing my screen, I'm not being able to see your messages.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Go to your file explorer and create a folder over there. Come back to the Visual Studio Code. Go to File. Open the same folder that you have created. Tell me once you people are done with it. Did you create the folder?
Yes, ma'am. Done.
All right. So in order to use the Express, we need to install the Express framework on our Visual Studio Code. Go to terminal and open a new terminal over there. Write the command as I'm writing over here. That is npm init y. Did you people got this in your terminal?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now install the Express package. Everybody downloaded?
No, ma'am.
Guys, be fast.
Yeah, ma'am.
Apologies for the inconvenience caused.
Ma'am, can
So
you
whenever-
repeat this? Can you repeat?
All right. So did everybody create the script.server.js in the Visual Studio Code?
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever I ask certain questions now, please make it sure that you people respond to my questions. All right. As I'm not being able to see your messages, I'm coding right now.
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. So in order to work with certain packages of Node.js, what we need to do is we have two keywords to import all those modules. All right. As we can see in our package.json files, we have installed the Express package in our Node.js, so we are able to see Express and its version inside the package.json file within the dependencies, isn't it? So over here, we will create a variable called const express is equal to, and what we need to write is a require method. This require method is used to import the express module from the module that we have installed in our Node.js. Everybody done up to here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So now we have installed our express module and imported our express module, and we are going to write another code for it. This is how we will be creating our server.js, which is the entry point of our backend. And now we will create another variable which will be holding the express module. And all of you might be knowing that we need a port in order to run our website, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what we have to
Yes,
do is
ma'am.
that we need to mention our port number over here, and our website will be hosted on that port number. And if we are mentioning something in our website, then our website listens to it, right? So what we need to do is we have to mention a listen method in order to make our port here whatever we are going to pass inside it. So we will be passing a parameter called port, and there may be some errors as well while dealing with while making the website or while dealing with these kind of stuffs, right? So now I have created a listen function. And here the listen function having port as a parameter, and this arrow function is having a parameter error within it. In case if some error occurs, we have to write this in order to handle that error. The error is handled, and if nothing occurs over there, then we have to write console.log server is running, so that we get verified that the server is running. On the You people might be knowing about these backticks, isn't it? As you all have read JavaScript, assuming that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
See, there are a couple of ways through which we can run our servers. We can write node and then our script name, that is server.js. All right. This command is used to run our server. Now I'll be saving my file, and then I'll press enter. See, I'm getting the message over here that server is running on the port 8500. Is everyone getting the same output?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
Yes, ma'am.
This is how we are going to create our server. All right. Now, if we want to check our web page, which is running on that server, then what we have to do is we have to mention a function called a get function. So what this function basically does is when we will open our website which is running on this port, it will provide us with this string. Has everybody written this code? Everybody written?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now go to your web browser
Yes.
and write http http localhost 8500. Let me check, some issue might have occurred over there. Are you people getting the output? Are you people getting the output?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, you need to save the file, ma'am, because it is not yet saved.
I have already saved the file, dear, using the shortcut key. See what we are getting over here. The server responded with a status code of 404. I want you people to remember the status code because 404, as all of us know, is a file not found error.
Ma'am, you have to rerun, I think. Rerun the server.js.
Just a second.
मैम टर्मिनल में npm start लिखो.
See, we are getting the output over here. See, we can see the output over here. Hello, today we are learning Express. Everybody got the output?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now what we are going to do is we have to install another package in our node.js, that is nodemon package. Nobody is going to ask me why do we need this nodemon.
After saving the
Ma'am,
code,
so
we can
that
run
we do not have to refresh every time we need to see the new changes in the browser.
Exactly. So how many of you are using the nodemon?
I'm using it.
All right. Are you people already registered with the MongoDB?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So what you need to do is go to the MongoDB's official website. Go to Try Atlas Free. Sign up with Google. Did everyone sign up? Guys, respond, please.
Yes, ma'am.
So what, which interface is it showing after you people signing up? Is the interface like this? Hello.
No, ma'am.
What are you people getting? So all those who are not being able to set up the MongoDB, please make it sure that you people set up the MongoDB, all right? And write the code that I am writing right now. After you set up your MongoDB. Got it? And how many
Yes,
of you have already got your MongoDB URI after setting it up? Just raise your hands. Please set up your MongoDB for in the next class and write the code that I am giving over here. So now I'm going to connect the MongoDB with that server.js file. And for that, I need to install Mongoose. Everyone, please do install Mongoose in your systems. because mongoose is the dependency that we are going to use in order to work with MongoDB over here. See, and in order to check whether mongoose has been installed in your Node.js, go to the package.json and check whether mongoose is available here or not. Go back to the server.js and write the code that I am giving over here. Import the mongoose package. Can somebody tell me what did we learn yesterday about the mongoose? Anyone?
It is an NoSQL database. It stores
Exactly.
key value pair like objects. No?
Yeah. So in mongoose, we do not have relational tables, isn't it? And it stores the data in key value pairs. So what we have to do, we have to create a model file in our Node.js. Here I'm going to create a file for models. Models is the directory. And inside this folder, we have to create a user model.js file. Within this user model, we need to import our mongoose. How many of you have worked with the SQL? Pretty much I can see 20 to 19 people. So what did we used to do in SQL in order to provide the kind of data inside the table?
Use query language.
Anyone?
We use query language.
We used query language, right? And we used to write char, int, and all those things. Char,
Data
varchar,
types.
int.
Yes, ma'am. Data types.
No, ma'am.
So in mongoose, we have to do a little bit different thing. What we need to do is we have to create a user schema in mongoose, like I'm doing right now. Here, what do we have to take from the user is the user's name and provide the type of the input that we are taking from the user. And the type will be, any guesses?
String.
Yes. And in order to make it mandatory for the user to provide the name to provide their name, we have to provide require is true. We are going to take the name, the user's email. Email will also be the type of string. And thirdly, what we need to take the input from the user is its age. And in age, we need the type as number. So I will not make it required. So this is how we are done with creating our schema. And now I'll be creating a model over here. Everyone done with done up to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now we will save this file. And coming back to the server.js, we need to import the module as well, the user.js that we have created just now.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can we get a recording of this session, ma'am?
You have to ask it in the support there.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, starting I got a network error, ma'am. Starting I didn't got to listen to the class, ma'am.
No, there are no issues. Just provide a mail to the support and they will be writing back to you.
What is the email ID, ma'am?
The email ID for the support is, I have to see. Can I tell you after the session gets over?
Okay, ma'am.
In the chat box.
So is everybody able to see the models that I'm getting over here?
Yes.
So whenever we create a file and we have certain kind of scripts within them, after writing the dot and backslash, we get the automatic recommendations of that file. So I'll click on it and then I have to access the user. See, user is also being recommended to me over here. So this is how I'll be importing my user.js over here. Everybody is done up till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. Now, those who have their MongoDB URIs, please copy them and tell me if you copied them and inform me. Everybody done with copying it? Everybody done? Guys, please open your mic and please be a little responsive.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Go back to your code and create a variable called Mongo URI and place your copied link over here. Pasted?
Yes, ma'am.
So what you need to do after placing the link over here is you need to provide your username here. Please switch off your mic, Amrita. Yeah. Whenever you have to tell something, only then you can switch on your mic, and rest of the time you can keep your mic switch off. So over here, you have to place your username, and here you have to place your password. And create a database in your MongoDB called and name it anything, and provide the name of the database over here. Got it? After placing after placing the link over here, write the code that I am providing here. In order to connect the MongoDB with our Node.js, what we need to do is we have to use a function called mongoose.connect and then pass the parameter and a couple of keywords that has to be true in order to connect the MongoDB with our Node.js. That is which has to be true, and another is use unified topology. All of you might be knowing the then and catch blocks in JavaScript, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So over here,
Yes, ma'am.
in the then function, what I am doing is, if the MongoDB is connected to the Node.js, then it will provide us with the message that is console.log connected to MongoDB. And if it is not, and if it not, and if it is not connected to the MongoDB, then we will use the catch block. And the catch block will provide us with the error. And then we will print the error that is causing.
We need to remove mongoose, ma'am.
Yes, what are you saying?
Like mongoose dot model is there now. Ma'am. We need to clear that mongoose because we have imported the mongoose now. Ma'am.
No, dear, it's still not working.
Ma'am, above second line also we need to clear that mongoose. Then we can get output.
Mhm.
We need to user, ma'am, small u, eighth line.
No, ma'am, it's already.
Are you people getting the comment over there that we have written that mongoose is connected?
Ma'am,
No,
that
ma'am.
user should be capital letters, ma'am, in both lines. Then we will get that.
No, dear, it will be in small case only.
Now, while exporting the user also, it should be in capital letters in both above and down letters.
Just a second, let me check. While I'm writing capital U, then it is showing me error here.
Both lines, ma'am.
I have provided capital U in both of the lines.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible.
Because I have stopped sharing the screen. Just a minute. I'll share the screen again. Oh, now I got the error. As you people can see, I didn't provide my username and password over here, which is why I'm not being able to connect with my MongoDB. Rest of the things were correct with my coding. So all of you provide your username as well as password in place of the username and password that I have provided in the link. See, after providing my username and password over here, I am able to see that server is running on port number 8550 and it is showing that connected to DB. Is it showing to everybody the same?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. Is everyone clear with it?
Yes, ma'am.
And now what we are going to do over here is we are going to perform some of the CRUD operations which are available on the Express. And as CRUD operations, we are having certain methods of HTTP, that is get, post, put, delete. In order to create, we have to use the get method. And in order to update something, we have to use the put method, as well as in order to create in order to read something, we have to use the get method, and in order to delete something, we need to use the delete method. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am writing the code now for CRUD operations. In order to create a new user, what we need to do is, see, we are saving our Express in the application, in the app variable, right? So we will write app dot post. This is the endpoint that I'm going to write. This will be the user. And then I'll provide an async function. How many of you async function takes of what number of parameter?
2, ma'am. Request and response.
Yes. And within the async function, we will be having a try as well as catch blocks. And the await keyword is used in the async function. All right. And in order to save the user, we need to use the save function. And as I told you people about the status code, and I told you that the 404 code is used for error. So it will send the status 201 if it will be successful, and it will send status 400 if it's not successful and causing some error. In the response we have to write it, all right, because it is sending the response to the user, isn't it? All of you do have Postman applications in your PCs or laptops?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Open your Postman. Opened, all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So, did all of you open your Postman application?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, do anyone of you have any idea that why do we use Postman?
To test an APIs, ma'am.
For
testing the
testing
API.
APIs.
Yeah, in order to test APIs. So, go to your Postman and write your. Yeah, I got your answers and they were pretty good. So, go to your Postman application and provide your website name over there, which should be ending with the name that we have provided as a parameter, that is \user, and the method should be post method. Done this much? Tell me once you people are done with it.
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
So what I was saying is, open your Postman, go to the plus sign that you will be getting beside the collections. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
See, there will be a blank collection over there. Is it written over there? Have you done that?
Got it, ma'am.
Got it, right? So paste your website URL in the bar that is provided over there. And the method should be post method.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. And provide all the necessary details like the name, email, and age that we have mentioned in the user schema in the body. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my screen visible to all?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Just a second. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
What else did we have in the parameter?
Age.
Name, email, and age. I think 20. And then we have to click the send. Oh. Are you people getting the output? Is somebody trying to say something? Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, basically it's not directly convert our data into JSON format. Then that's why we can
We have
use
to use explain just explain.json, right? I got it.
yeah.
Middleware function, ma'am.
And anything else you people have as the query, as we are going to end the session now, as it is already 7.
We need to use cookie parser to create a server.
Cookie parser we can use, but I'll not be using it in the code.
Ma'am, will we get recorded session of this?
You people might get it once you do a thing that contact to the support team. Just mail them and ask them for the recorded lecture. And the remaining tasks will be covered tomorrow, and we will also discuss the project in detail.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
And do you people want the code as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Just a second. I'll be sharing all these codes with you people, and then you people can leave. Any more questions up till which we have studied?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right.
Postman,